Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energy to you, beautiful viewer. Super pumped for this reading. I have not done a reading like this, and we are asking your future self for some advice. All right, so some advice on your situation. You'll know if it's resonating because it will sound like something you're energetically experiencing. So we have three options to choose from. Pile number one, we have the Night Sun Tarot. Pile number two, we have the Murder of Crows Tarot. Look at that. And for pile number three, we have the Wandering Star Tarot. So I'll hold all three up so you can compare the three. And I believe it's this way. All right. So, number one is the Night Sun Tarot. Number two is the Murder of Crows. And number three is the Wandering Star Tarot. Feel free to pause the video. Whichever deck you are called towards will most likely have the message for you. You could be pulled to multiple messages. Just means there's different aspects that your future self may want to communicate. Again, of course, only take the messages that resonate. So, pile number one, you chose the Night Sun Tarot. Let's start with the tarot and take a look at what your future self wants to explain right now about your current situation. So if you're not resonating, I'd say in the first, 3-4 minutes, probably not your reading, although sometimes depending on the energy and how good you're blocking, it may take me a bit to tap into the energy. So we'll ask your future self, with Spirit's guidance, of course, for clear and concise information here and message for pile number one, for the greatest and highest good of pile number one, Spirit. Can we get pile number one's future self to provide advice, guidance in the situation for pile number one? Thank you so much. All right. So, thank you so much, pile number one, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. This message is timeless, so whenever you stumble across this video, the message was meant to find you as long as it's resonating for you. All right, so your future self. We have the Queen of Cups. I'm assuming this message might be more understood by you than me, so I might not be able to tap into exactly what's going on here because I just heard it's going to be communicated in a way that's going to help you to understand it better. Okay, so I might get in depth, but I may not understand. It was maybe more a message for me. So Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Could be in your birth charts. We have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Cups. All right, so I'm going to clarify these. Why is the Queen of Cups here, Spirit? We have the Tower in reverse. There's a Queen of Pentacles here in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. All right, message coming through. King of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Swords. Why is this Knight of Wands in reverse? The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, and then finally the Nine of Cups. We have the Five of Cups in reverse and a whole bunch of cards barfed out, which I won't even look at. We'll pick up messages as they come in. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's put these closer to me so you can kind of see the tail end of these here. But, okay, so a little too close. I got too close to me. All right, so what do I see? What do we see? Give me a second here. Okay, that part's clear. Okay. Yeah. So your situation here, okay? Keep in mind it's coming from your future self and providing guidance and advice on how to kind of navigate your situation. This situation, I see you coming in as this Queen of Cups. So your future self is telling me that there's a situation that you really have deep love for here. And I do see it as a partnership, a relationship with the King of Cups who's coming in reverse here. Okay, so I believe you feel this person has feelings for you, deep feelings. Although I feel there is a sense here in a more practical way that this person did something here, okay? That this person did something here, and now you're kind of holding out on engaging with this person in a practical way. Although you know you can't control your feelings, so you can't say you don't feel anything here. So I feel there's a deep, deep sense of love, but I think your dilemma here is, how do I regulate how I'm feeling for this person? And this Queen of Pentacles here is somebody who generally likes to be of service, somebody who is compassionate, somebody who is caring in a practical way and shows up here and puts in energy, time, and effort. But I feel as though that would be supporting your emotions here, but I feel you're not wanting to go there. And I think you're not wanting to go there and put in this energy and this effort with this King of Cups, because I feel you've experienced a tower moment in the past with this person. So I think this person, you're not quite sure. So you don't want another tower to happen. I feel like you're holding up a tower because as far as you're concerned, your feelings could remain, but how you act or engage at this point could very well result in another tower. And this is where you experience a lot of pain. I mean, towers aren't fun. This is where we're having to shift into truths that, you know, we might have to accept that are hard. So the dilemma, do I engage? Do I not? Do I collaborate? Do I show up? Your King of Pentacles is clarified by this King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. When I said King of Pentacles, could be an earth sign you're dealing with, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but either which way, showing up as a King of Cups, which is the divine counterpart to the Queen of Cups. The Eight of Swords is coming out, okay? So I don't know if this is you or them projecting that this King of Cups is in an Eight of Swords. I feel like your higher self is telling me that you believe this King of Cups is held back in some way due to a mindset of sorts that's enabling this King of Cups to step forward despite how he feels. Okay, I say he, but gender doesn't really show here. It's just more energies, and this masculine energy I'm feeling. Okay, I feel an energy here, although this is coming from your higher self. So I could see the dilemma. Do you want to engage and support an energy here that might have created a tower moment? A lot of destruction when it comes to your emotions, and could potentially still be in the same held back energy that you experienced with this King of Cups. Okay, so some of the energy that I'm feeling here is this person was supposed to move forward at one point and might have not have moved forward. And maybe at some point this energy was supposed to show a level of commitment, and this energy did not. You're questioning whether this energy is committed to you before you engage. You're wondering if this person is just trying to look after their own happiness here with this Nine of Cups. Although I do feel like this energy makes you happy. Sorry, I don't know where I was holding that. Nine of Cups. So you feel like if this person's going to be engaging in self-satisfaction and gratifying self, but not putting forward the energy and the effort that's needed in order to bring this commitment forward and this connection, or move things forward in a sort of positive way here in which they're needing to move, then you aren't sure what you should do. And I feel this brings you a lot of sadness, because I feel like there's a deep, deep sense of love coming back and forth. Okay, and I feel you want to manifest something here with this person despite all this, but you don't want to experience another tower. So what do you do? Exactly. Two of Swords under that. Okay. And this is in the reverse. So it's like, you don't want to be indecisive. You want to either shit or get off the pot. You want to either invest here or just call a loss. But yeah, so for some of you guys, I'm feeling that you could be in a situation with somebody right now, okay, but not really in it. Because I think you're contemplating what you're supposed to be doing if you have to keep investing here. For some of you guys, this energy has returned in some capacity. And you experience a tower here. Okay, so this tower could be significant for a lot of you guys. And for some of you guys, it could just be over time. I feel there was an erosion of trust here because this person, where they're supposed to move forward or where they're supposed to be committing or where they're supposed to be showing an investment here, or that they know better, or yeah, like a sort of a loyalty to this connection in way of investment, you feel your person's been held back. And for the others of you guys, this person might have completely broke your trust at some point, if they ghosted, if they did something here that you don't trust. So now they might be returning here, okay? And for a wee amount of you guys, I said wee. This energy was involved in a third party type energy. It doesn't have to be another person, but I do feel like priorities, okay? So they could have been prioritizing someone else, something else, or just engaged in prioritizing, yes, some other energy here, work, whatever it may be, or telling themselves whatever they may tell themselves. But I feel like this held backness was what was kind of getting in the way, or at least this is what you believe from your higher self, okay? Or your future self, I should say. Why do we have higher self? Okay, so for those of you guys resonating with this pile, your future self is saying that your higher self has communicated to you guys already, and this is something that you're aware of. So your higher self knows this already. So this isn't really anything coming from future. So at this point, what I'm being told is that if you're not resonating with this message, then your future self isn't going to provide you much of anything, because this is the part you kind of have to resonate with, that you'd already know from your higher self, okay? So if that makes sense, now we're going to get advice here in regards to what we're supposed to be kind of doing here. What is your future self kind of guiding you to do here? So let's pull some oracle cards and see what your future self is wanting you to know here. We have throat chakra. All right, so the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So you're not finding peace right now because there's something you're supposed to be communicating to this person. Some of you guys feel as though this person should be communicating to you, that this person is holding back emotions or not allowing themselves to break free from some sort of limitation. So you're not saying anything, although there needs to be communication from you with this throat chakra energy towards this person in regards to what your truth is, okay? Even if, let's say, you're not quite 100% certain of the outcome here, there needs to be a truth spoken in regards to how it is you're feeling about this person in particular, and how maybe they hurt you or how maybe they're making you feel. If you experience a tower with them, then it has to be resolving this pain that's come with the tower. And if indeed it was erosion over time, it's kind of difficult to pick out what it is, but then that needs to be the conversation. It's like, hey person, you know, King of Cups, you whatever, you and I have been working on this, and here's kind of what I'm experiencing. Now I am hearing though that obviously when we communicate, we could tend to put blame out there, right? Because if we start accusing somebody and saying you did this and you did that, sometimes it doesn't result in the best receptivity because it's threatening and blaming. So I feel like this throat chakra is really coming from a place of, this is how I'm feeling, and you and I've experienced this. So that has to be clear, okay? You got to get to the heart of the matter. No metaphors, no riddles, no ring around the rosy. I don't know what that means, but yeah, just you have to get to the heart of the matter here, which is here is how I'm feeling, here is what we've experienced. Factually, like you ghosted me, like that's a thing, right? Like without any judgment. And then your feelings would come in after that. It made me feel this way. You have been whatever, trying to communicate to me that maybe you're not wanting some sort of commitment here. And this is how it makes me feel, or this is what I'm experiencing. So there has to be something here in which this King of Cups can tie back to. If it's just about your feelings as an output, I don't know that this King of Cups is going to understand how it ties back into their actions per se. So they need to understand how you're feeling, and they need to understand which action of theirs made us feel that way without blame. Okay, so for all of you guys, could be a whole bunch of different things, but just get very pointed in what their action is and how it made you feel. And there could be multiple things here. If it is erosion over time, it could just be, your the consistent energy I'm feeling is sadness when you, I don't know, prioritize work over me because that's how I feel, because we're not spending as much time as I'd like to together, right? So again, I don't know what this thing is, but I do feel like there's something here that this person has done repeatedly here that I don't feel you trust them, and you're contemplating whether you should even invest going forward. So if you've already tried this conversation route, I am hearing from your future self to encourage you that you might have communicated, but you haven't fully communicated the fullness of what this is. I think you need to go a little deeper, okay? So try the communication route. Now, your person has free will, so they may or may not be inspired to move. But I feel like this person does love you. And I also feel I'm getting from your future self that this person may also be in a state of having to have a difficult time in stepping forward as well with expression. So if you lead by example in your bravery to communicate something here, it will open the door for them to, if they don't at the time of the communication, they may see that they're in this Eight of Swords, and it might shed some light and some clarity as to where they're limited or held back without you having to accuse them of this, but understanding you and seeing you kind of lead by communication here will allow this person to reflect and eventually come forward with some sort of communication or identifying where they've also been maybe held back, because I do feel like this energy is held back, and I think your intuition was accurate with that. So yeah, we have round and round coming out. Okay, and this is all about where we're repeating cycles here. So I'm getting multiple messages. Those of you guys who are experiencing defeat by a million paper cuts in a connection that seems to be, not one big tower moment, but it's just not really progressing here due to your person's inactions or consistent lack of action or whatever you're experiencing here that I feel is not leaving you feeling confident. You're going to continuously keep in this kind of a cycle. And if you pull away here, I feel as though you may be drawn more back to this person and repeat a cycle. Okay, so the only real way I see here is through communication. And then for those of you guys who experienced a tower moment with this person, either lying or ghosting or something, there's a milestone here in which the connection can never be the same because of some action your person did. And if you don't want to repeat another cycle here with this person, which is you forgive them, you open up, and then this person only understands how to treat you and ghost you and lie to you, and that it's acceptable. Okay, so maybe fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, then it's kind of like, or the other way around. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But sometimes one chance is enough chances, okay, depending who you are. So yeah, I don't know where you sit here, but all I know is that this round and round is repeating a cycle that I don't think you want to repeat here, because I do feel it was quite painful here with this person. So let's get a little bit more advice here in regards to what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so we have the communication. Anything else here, Spirit, that pile number 1 is supposed to be doing here in regards to this connection? Ooh, okay, we got rebirth coming out. So future self with pile number 1, what advice and guidance do you want to bring forward? We have under a spell. We have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels are close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. All right, so rebirth. There is definitely potential here in this connection. I feel like you know it, or else they probably would have been dead in the water here, okay? But there is either a rebirth of a new phase in this connection, or there could be a rebirth and repeating cycles here in which we've already experienced. We don't need to go through that again, right? So I feel like there's a desire here to have a new beginning, to not experience the same pain we've experienced in the past. So in order to do this, I feel as though Spirit is telling you, you cannot allow your emotions here as the Queen of Cups to get in your way with this under a spell, okay? Because I feel like the Queen of Cups allows her emotions to override her logic, and the Queen of Cups is overgiving, and the Queen of Cups could sometimes allow things to happen at the expense of her own happiness, because she is caring, she is compassionate, she has a big heart here. So this deep, deep, big heart, okay, can get us into a lot of trouble. And that's not a good feeling, because I feel you've been through that already, okay? So what Spirit wants you to do, again, I'm seeing the blue being represented by the throat chakra here, okay? And it's close to the heart chakra. I feel as though you're having to really need to communicate what's going on inside of your heart, okay, unfiltered. And this is the Ace of Truth here, the Ace of Swords, which is the Ace of Truth. This is when we walk and talk our truth despite any adversities of the past, any pain of the past, anything that may be hurtful, as long as it's in truth or in line with our truth. So I feel like something about how you're feeling, something in your emotions, needs to be communicated very clearly without accusing, but open. Okay, if your person is taking offense to it, I mean, you can't help how your person's receiving it. I don't feel this person will, as long as it is coming from a place of truth. And then I feel you need to trust heaven. Okay, you are safe, so you're safe to communicate, and angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So the advice here is that things will unfold divinely as they're supposed to in this situation. You have to allow for this transformation to happen, but in order to break that cycle, there has to be communication, and that's really key. I know that sounds kind of cliche, so you're like, well, I don't know, maybe, you could have came up with that, but that is the big obstacle here that your future self is saying is getting in the way potentially of you repeating another cycle. And it is the biggest piece of advice here in order for things to move forward, because I feel you don't want to be in this reverse Queen of Pentacles, okay? I don't feel this is a comfortable, natural place. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles wants to be giving. She wants to be caring. She wants to nurture. She wants to give service here, okay, from a place of love. So I feel like all of this love and all of this emotion is kind of stunted here and held back, because you're contemplating whether you even want to put forward the energy to work with someone if they're not going to show up, which makes complete sense, especially because this energy has not in the past or has let you down, or might still be in this type of energy, okay? And I feel like you intuitively think they're in this energy, so I feel like you might be right. Although I don't feel like your person wants to be in this energy, but I mean, wanna, kana, shana, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't know what that means. That just means it could not want to be and still kind of be, right? Like, I don't know, this energy is not a good energy. So whatever this person is doing is not going to impede on how you're going to step forward here, okay? I really feel like you don't want to experience another tower, okay? And this is why you're completely guarded here in putting forward energy. But I mean, you can't really help how you emotionally feel. And I can't help but notice we have rebirth, and we have this Queen of Cups who's pregnant, Okay, so this means to me that you have a chance here to use your emotions in a new way that you haven't in the past to, alchemize the situation here to bring greater truth and to have a result that you want, rather than repeat a cycle here where you're deep in your feels and relive someone that's going to, or something where someone's going to hurt you. I also see a baby here in the 9 of Cups in the center of this card. Okay, so I feel like the rebirth here is a chance at getting what you want, emotionally fulfilled. This is your emotional fulfillment for self, as well as this person being emotionally fulfilled. Okay, so that's what I see here from your future self. I hope this resonated. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked the Murder of Crows Tarot, and I'm super pumped to get into your reading. We're taking a look at your future self and what advice does your future self want to communicate to you in regards to your current situation. Okay, so if you're not resonating in the first 4 minutes or so, then most likely not your reading. Don't make it fit. And of course, it is a general reading, so 100% of it won't be fitting anyway, but take the information that resonates for you and apply it to your situation. So let's take a look at future self of pile number 2. Now, what do we want to communicate here to pile number 2 in regards to their current situation before providing any sort of advice? All right, so let's see. Judgment's coming up in reverse. Very powerful card to come out. Okay, let's keep going, although I am feeling something here. Pile number 2 is not wanting to face. Pile number 2 is not wanting to face some sort of truth here. Okay. 2 of Cups in reverse. The Page of Wands in reverse. The Magician. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, why is this Judgment in reverse here, Spirit? We got the High Priestess. Why is this 2 of Cups in reverse? We got the Page of Cups in reverse. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse? Got the Hierophant in the middle. Why is the Magician here? King of Swords in reverse. And finally, why is this Ace of Pentacles here? 10 of Swords. Okay. My beautiful pile number 2. You don't want to face the truth here, okay? Now, there's plenty of fast food tarot on the internet. So if you're hungry for quick and easy, you can go visit those tarot channels. If you are looking for something different here, this is the energy I'm getting from your future higher / self, okay? And sometimes the truth is not always very pleasant. So I intend to deliver the truth. I just felt like I had to say this. So if this sounds more like the energy attached to you, this could certainly be someone you're dealing with. But if not, this is your energy and you're not coming to terms with something that I feel the universe is hitting you upside the head with, okay? Something here that's coming to you, and I feel like it's been coming to you for quite some time. It's like a wake-up call. I need to take a look at a situation clearly in order to make a conclusion here. And a conclusion to either accept something here and move forward in a new chapter, or not learn and repeat same things and continue to suffer or continue to experience situations that we could be learning from and experiences we had a chance to learn from, and repeat cycles. Sometimes when we have to take a look at truth, sometimes we have to really remove our ego from something, okay? So I feel like intuitively you already know. You already know. So I hear pile number 2, you're like, yeah, I know, but it's like you're not saying it to yourself, or like it's there like nagging at you, but you're not allowing yourself to accept it. Okay, it's like you carry some knowing, but I think this comes with you having to act. It comes with you having to do something that I don't think you know how or want to, or you don't even want to look at it, to be honest. You're kind of just like intuitively knowing but not looking so much. And I do feel it has to do with the connection. This is why I said anyone attached to you, because I feel like there's a relationship here. And I feel like it's not progressing here in a balanced way. And it's not progressing here because you're not moving forward here, okay? This is the Page of Cups. This is somebody who either needs to apologize and apologizes, or is in the infant stage of opening their heart space and being vulnerable, okay, and expressing how they feel about somebody, offering a cup. And I feel like there's a block here which is preventing some or two people to come together, some connection from coming together here, okay? So we have another page here in reverse, which is the Page of Wands. And this is somebody who, is optimistic about the future, who chases up on their passions. Here in reverse, it's like somebody who is maybe not confident enough to step forward here. And it could very well be because we feel like maybe we're in some sort of system here that keeps us wrapped up. So Hierophant in the upright doesn't necessarily have to be a negative card, although every card has a shadow side and a light side. And the Hierophant in its strengths is, higher learnings, higher level of commitments, traditions, religion, teachers, guides, knowing better. You have both the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is very powerful, okay? You're probably most likely really spiritual, intuitive, very in tune with the knowing here, okay? Very wise. The Hierophant is very gentle in communicating truths. The Hierophant doesn't pressure. But there's a dedication here, I feel, to some system, some structure, some ideology of sorts that I feel might be not allowing you to follow your intuition. Because the intuition with the High Priestess is clarifying this Judgment in the reverse. So your intuition is screaming something here that you need to come into awareness of. And if you see the light and you see it for what it is, then you'll have no choice but to accept what this is, which might contradict your Hierophant, which sometimes there are multiple truths that can coexist. But sometimes we have to choose which we value more, because the Hierophant could be something we value here, but it could have a truth that is preventing us from moving forward. Okay, so you might have some sort of value system here, some sort of tradition or belief or ideology or upbringing that isn't allowing you to come together in a partnership with somebody. So I feel you want to manifest this. And when I say this, your future self is saying, what is it you want to manifest? Do you want to manifest a commitment to your tradition and your value? Or do you want to maintain a commitment to your true self and your authentic knowing here of something that is calling towards you to accept a truth? And I feel like you want to manifest without having to sacrifice one thing here. And it's illogical. So your future self is saying you're in your head about something here with this King of Swords in reverse. Okay, you're being illogical because these are two things can't coincide together at the same time. Although there is truth in both. It's up to you to lean in on your own knowing and your intuition, which one you're pulled towards. And right now I feel you're more drawn towards something that you've been taught or told or hanging on to as a value. And it's restricting you from a truth. Because the Judgment here is a great truth. It's an awareness of a truth. It's needing to walk our higher path. We're being called. Okay? And when we don't see it, it keeps us in a state of resistance. Doesn't allow us to manifest what we want here. So if you decide you want to stay committed to your Hierophant, then that's where it stays. And I don't think that brings you happiness here. So I think you're trying to manifest something here to keep peace, to keep both, but I don't think that is logical, okay? So this is why things aren't progressing. This is why this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. I think you want to manifest something here, okay? I know you do with the Magician, but I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is reflected here. So you're wanting to manifest, like in your world, you're wanting to bring something from a desire from the 5D into the 3D. You're wanting to see something here form in front of your eyes. So you want a new beginning in what this is. But I have a feeling that whatever this is can only come about when we put an ending to something here, okay? And it's painful because we might not want to see something here or act in something, because I feel like in order for you to manifest, you have to put an end. Okay, now this doesn't necessarily mean the end of this connection, unless of course you choose the Hierophant, because this is putting an end to a connection. But what I do feel is going on here, and what your higher self and your future self is saying, okay, because these messages from future self generally come from our higher self to provide guidance and advice, is that if we don't choose a connection here or a truth about a connection here and follow our knowing and our intuition, it's going to lead to an ending. And I don't think you want it to lead to an ending. But I also feel like you're wanting to keep this in a kind of a, I don't know, some sort of preliminary stage here, or it's been in a preliminary stage. I don't see that it's past go. This definitely hasn't collected $200. Okay, so something has to come to an end. Now, I'm not saying, you can apply this however you want, okay? I'm not saying you have to no longer be in line with your religion. If that's your value, that's your value. I'm not saying, you have to change your whole ideology here. All I'm saying is that we can no longer turn a blind eye here to something that we know is true, that we have to act in because we're held back by something we're committing ourselves to on a greater level, at a sacrifice of our own happiness, at our sacrifice of sharing with another here, because that's going to cause an ending, okay? So one way or another, something has to end. A mindset has to end. A commitment to something that completely paints us into a corner has to come to an end in order for something to manifest, for it to begin. So I don't feel this is begun, and if it's begun, it's about to end. All right, so that was a lot of information coming through. Let's pull some oracles here for you guys, pile number 2. Sorry, I don't know if this is painful to deliver this, or to deliver. It's painful to deliver such a pointed message here, but I feel like you might need to hear this, pile number 2. I think you already know, though, so that's why I don't feel that bad, because all I'm telling you here is your future self already knows this, and I think your higher self already knows this too, right? So, but maybe you're trying to find a way around, above, underneath, but the only way to get there is through, okay? The only way to do this is to accept the truth, to see a truth, not to fight it and resist. Solar plexus chakra. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of light, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Solar plexus, this is where, our creations, our passions, our drive, our confidence in self, okay? This is, the knowing of who we are and acting in line with this, because the Page of Wands follows what he's feeling in his solar plexus. He chases up on an opportunity that's exciting. He doesn't restrict, okay? I'm also seeing, like I said, that Page of Cups, which is heart space here, and it's not allowing for us to either receive or give a cup of love here in a situation that I feel you want to. So advice here is you're gaining your personal power, and by doing this, we have to recognize what needs to come to an end in order to manifest something here. All right, so let's pull one more advice card here from your future self, beautiful pile number 2. We have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. So this reminds me of a reading I think I did the other day. Well, whatever it was, I feel like the energy I was getting was someone who really wants to follow in their passions, but there's so much fear maybe in bucking the system or going against something here, because this is also about following our passion, our desire. And maybe we feel like we're not in line with what's expected of us, okay? But move beyond these current challenges and focus on what it is you desire. Because like I said, we're like, pile number 2 is like, I don't want to see it. You know, I don't want to see it. I know it's there. I don't want to see it. So you're not exploring it. You're not exploring it at all because maybe there's an expectation here to have a different type of following, a different type of commitments, okay? And your future self saying, fuck it, really, move beyond this. Go towards what you desire. Go towards what you desire, because there's only one you. You can't please, you know, your church. You can't please past beliefs, past values. If a value or a belief is holding you back from attaining something here that feels good, that you know to be true, because I feel you know it intuitively, is that really then a value you want to hang on to? Or is this a value that maybe morphs into something else? So maybe you don't put a complete end to it, but you now adapt in a way that allows you to manifest something, but go towards what you want. Use your willpower, use your ability to say, I'm going to use what I desire here as fuel to move me forward through any obstacle, through any challenge. Otherwise, it may come to an end. Okay? Otherwise, it may come to an end. And this is not only advice from your future self, but it feels also kind of an attention warning here. Because when I see this, okay, when I see all this stuff happening, this is us not accepting a truth and resulting in something we don't want and not manifesting what we want, not bringing forward what we want. We want to manifest, but we don't. We're in the energy of wanting to bring towards us something, but it doesn't happen here. Okay, so this is what I see for you, beautiful pile number 2. If this didn't resonate, maybe this is a message for somebody else, okay? Don't have to make it fit. If it doesn't, we have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, and I am feeling a little bit of Cancer energy as well, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Beautiful pile number 2. If you're drawn to another pile, visit me there. If not, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 3, the Wandering Star Tarot. Cannot wait to get into your reading. I'm super pumped to see what your future self is going to communicate with you in regards to your current situation, what you're experiencing, and then some advice, some guidance. What does your future self want to tell you? Now, I've been noticing that the future self is coming through as the higher self, future self, so most likely advice you can follow here from your higher self, but we are asking your future self because they've experienced, they know exactly here what it is that you're needing to hear in regards to your situation. So if this does not resonate in the first 4 minutes or so, then chances are this might not be your message. So don't feel obligated to stick around. Use your intuition over my intuition, and then 100% of this message most likely won't resonate because it is a collective reading. There's a lot of viewers here, but take the bulk of whatever's fitting and put this towards whatever your situation is, okay? So let us ask your future self in regards to what is going on with pile number 3. What do they need to know? Thank you so much, and thank you, Spirit, for guiding this active divination for pile number 3, and thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm super blessed. All right, so what do we have? We have the Lovers coming out straight away. You guys are so beautiful. So we have Gemini energy. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so got some fire energy on the board. Maybe you're resonating with a Leo, a Sagittarius, What's the other fire sign? And why don't I know? Aries. Interesting. Maybe you're an Aries. All right, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Let's keep going, and then we'll read the energy. Page of Cups in reverse. And we have Death. All right, some Scorpio energy. Why is the Lovers here as the first card? What is up with the Lovers? We have the Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay, why is this Queen of Wands here in reverse? We have the Sun in reverse. More Leo energy. Why is this Knight of Cups here? What is with the Knight of Cups? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That's a Page of Cups in reverse here. Seven of Cups in reverse. And then finally the Death. Why is the Death in reverse? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. Pisces energy. Pisces energy. Okay. Pile number 3. Kicking it off with the Lovers. This is powerful, okay? Because this is either us having to choose between two people or choose a specific person and something else that we might be choosing over. And this could mean two people having to choose, okay? Having to choose a connection. This is really powerful. I'm feeling like this is most likely going to be another love reading here, because I do feel this is in regards to a choice regarding choosing the right way to go kind of in a connection here. And I do feel this with somebody who you feel a deep, deep, deep soul bond with the Six of Cups coming out. This is a soulmate type energy, okay? And this could be somebody you have a history with, and it's difficult to move on from this person. It's difficult to move on. We see Death in reverse, okay? This is where we know things have to transform. We know things have to change. We know it can't stay the same. But somehow we're stuck in this type of an energy. And we might think that we don't have fear, but deep down there is something in the subconscious that keeps us in that energy. It doesn't allow things to change, doesn't allow things to shift. And it could be illusions we might have, an idea we might have of something here that might be difficult to let go of. So we might have built something up in our mind of what something's supposed to be or should have been. And when it doesn't reach that, it becomes difficult to let go and change. But we still have a choice here to make. And it's, do we invest and continue to invest here? Or do we embrace the truth? Not the fantasy version of what we want. Not the part that seems easier because it doesn't ruffle up fears. Or do we take a look at this truth and then work with that? So your future self is coming through as someone who wants you to embrace the truth, no matter how painful, because the Ace of Swords cuts through adversity and cuts through fantasy, cuts through illusions, deals with truths, communicates truths. But in this truth, there's clarity in the decision to bring harmony in a partnership. Now, whether that means coming together or peace and truth and coming apart, but there's still something here that needs to be communicated. And it might start with communicating to ourselves. Because I feel like when there is the moon, even our own intuition could be clouded because of fear, or because of not seeing something clear, or having a fantasy of something that's not real. The Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody wearing a mask of sorts, okay? In her shadow attribute. And in wearing this, and it doesn't necessarily mean bad, like wearing a mask to pretend to be someone we're not, to manipulate another, although it could be. Okay, we could be manipulating the situation, although I don't think vindictively this person's wearing a mask. I think this person is wearing a mask maybe to keep peace, maybe because they don't know how to embrace the truth here. So pile number 3, and I gave this disclaimer for pile number 2. If this isn't your pile, don't make it fit, but I intend on communicating the energies I'm feeling here, okay? And I feel like if this is resonating and already by now, there's some sort of mask you're wearing here, and it's either to keep peace or to not ruffle feathers or to keep a situation kind of flowing in a way here, okay? But Queen of Wands in reverse isn't somebody getting what they want. It's getting in the way of her manifestations. It's getting in the way of divine love coming together, union with this person, another person, her life path, what she's supposed to bring in. It's delaying her happiness. Okay, she's getting in the way of her own sun, getting in the way of what she's supposed to manifest, getting in the way of her joy and her contentment. Although it is painful sometimes, you know, when we step into unknown and uncertainty because of our fear, and truth does cause uneasiness, you know, because nobody likes change, and the truth initiates change. Being decisive and clear and making a decision and standing behind it could initiate all sorts of change. And as humans, you know, sometimes we don't like change so much, but it's all in line with acting. So we have to walk, talk, and believe in our truth, believe in something that's true and clear, and then walk and talk it. Okay, that's the choice we make. We can't sit in idle land. We got to shit or get off the pot. And I feel like you're blocking your own manifestations here. And I feel like your manifestation is to bring in something that speaks to your heart. Okay, the Knight of Cups is a very passionate, creative, romantic, intuitive, beautiful energy here of love, wild, imaginative, and free. Okay, bringing in our creative pursuits when it comes to what we want to do for a living, but also bringing in a true manifestation of a partner here that speaks to our hearts. Okay, in a balanced way. I feel like in a way that balances out who we are as an individual. Because I feel like the situation you're investing in, I feel like you're investing in a practical way, and you might be getting something out of it, but you're not getting happiness out of it. It's not aligning you towards your true contentment here, okay? And your true contentment is following your bliss, following your heart, following the sunshine. But we might be telling ourselves, out of fear, that we're going to continuously tell ourselves that it's not that bad because I'm getting something practical here. And we keep investing here in something. But you deserve happiness. You deserve the sunshine. But we're blocking love from coming in. We're blocking ourselves from following our heart's desire here. Okay, we want to move forward. This is how we step outside of whatever energies we're in order to pursue something here and how others see us. But we're not even taking that step here with this page in reverse. First step is to allow ourselves to open up and ask these questions of, you know, where is my heart going to be completely filled here? What's the right answer for me? And allow there to be a transformation, because we might feel very stuck to someone here that feels like a soul person. Okay. But I also feel like we're also stuck and being pulled towards a soul desire here, which could be, again, something we wanted to do as a child, or someone we know that will fill our heart space up in a way that we really want, but we're kind of settling here in an imbalanced situation, not deciding to chase what we know to be true here and actually cut through it all in truth and walk the truth. So we'll sit with our mask. Okay? Not letting things shift here. Pile number 3. Yeah, 2 of Cups under that. And it is in reverse because I feel like you are in a connection of sorts here. Okay, I do feel it, but I feel like, what kind of connection is this? Is this really a connection of 2 people giving and sharing love at the best level? You know, at the level of true heart's contentment. Is that what this is? Or is this 2 people kind of contributing in a sort of a material way here, or in a way that seems to be making sense to the outside world, seems to be stabilizing in a way here, but it's still not choosing self. It's still not choosing this connection, because there's something not right about it. There's something we're fake about. There's something we're not honest about. There's something we're not wanting to see, or we're in illusion of fantasy. If I just keep giving to the situation, eventually I'm going to feel differently. Eventually the sun will come. Eventually I'll be happy in this energy. Okay, so let's get you some advice from your future self here in regards to this. I feel like your future self is going to tell you you're going to have to walk and talk this truth here and communicate something in order for you to align yourself with what your true calling is here. We got to allow things to transform here. With the Death card, I mean, the Death card in reverse is us hanging on to things that no longer serve. So, future self of pile number 3, can you please provide some advice, some guidance, some more information? Banish a curse. Okay, this banish a curse to me is kind of like not repeating cycles. This is like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This came out, okay, with the banish the curse. So what I feel is like we have the ability to have free will and choose our actions, okay? You see the sword of truth here. There's 4 swords. Okay, this gives me this Ace of Swords. And see how all 4 swords are pointing at the center here. I feel like the center is the truth here. And this gives me that, you know, compass, or like the wheel on a ship, where we can control with our destiny. We can control which way we're going here. Is it in line with truths? Or is it, you know, everything but kind of? And this might prevent us from experiencing maybe something that might be hurtful, something we might still be healing from, or need healing with this, with the snakes here. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is all about repeating cycles. You know, repeating cycles maybe where we could have learned a lesson or healed from, and things keep kind of being cyclical in a way where we're not going anywhere where we need to go. Maybe we keep repeating same things here. It's not really leading us to the truth. It's not leading us to our heart's core here. Okay, and maybe we've had to do a lot of healing here, and now we're healing from the fact that we're still navigating everywhere but, and banish the curses, like stop the cycle. That doesn't make sense. Learn the lesson, heal from this, and move forward towards truth. Okay, so your future self is really wanting you to get very honest, and 4 swords pointing there. It's like, I think there's been at least 4 cycles here, if not more, always leading you to truth, always trying to guide you towards the same place. And this Queen of Wands is kind of stubborn, okay? Because I don't think she wants to, I mean, she wants happiness, but I think she wants to pull something off here. She wants to be a leader, and she wants to create something here. So maybe she's sticking to something here, but just needs to banish the curse of whatever energy she's in here in order for her to find happiness. Kind of like Dr. Phil, you know, would you rather be right, or would you rather kind of be happy? Because I do feel the Queen of Wands has a sense of pride, especially in reverse, okay, to admit some sort of a defeat, to maybe appear like maybe she doesn't know what she's doing, although the Queen of Wands knows exactly what she's doing. But even the Queen of Wands is human. To accept that she's healed from something here, that she's deserving. Okay, the Queen of Wands is deserving of happiness here. She needs to get very, very clear, not hang on to illusions because of past situations. Maybe this is someone were raised with, okay, with this. You spent a lot of time with this person, and at some point maybe they serve their purpose, but I feel like there's a truth here you're not wanting to see. Pile number 3, we have door to personal healing and happiness. This is it. The door is open. I think this door has been open for a while. All you have to walk in, see the rainbow, see the dove, finding peace, finding your 10 of Cups, finding your joy. Both doors are open. I feel like you're kind of hovering around here, navigating, trying to find a way to make it work under your terms. Okay, walk through those doors. Healing and happiness. Yeah, healing and happiness. I feel like the longer you're kind of in this situation, it causes more pain, because I do feel like there has been a lot of healing, and I feel like your future self is telling you like you're healed enough now to walk through these doors, and deserving enough to get to this 10 of Ten of Cups, peace, find serenity, okay? And I mean, this is a beautiful picture here. You have the lotus flower. Lotuses grow in, you know, the gunk. So I feel like you've gone through so much. And there's the peacock. It's all about, you know, our pride and our confidence. Same with the Queen of Wands. Maybe there's something here in swallowing your pride. Maybe thinking we failed something. I don't think you failed something here. I think we just need to walk and talk truth here. Something that's going to come very clear. Goddess of the Moon. Your divine feminine energy, okay? Whether you're masculine or feminine, this divine feminine energy is your true core here of self. And your subconscious, there's a desire here to love and receive and give love. Very intuitive, very, very spiritual, very psychic. I feel like you have an intuition here, and I don't feel you're kind of using it because I feel like there's something you'd rather see. There's an illusion here. There's a fear here of something, okay? So your future self is wanting you to see through the illusion. How do you see through the illusion? Allow yourself to follow your bliss. Don't get in the way of your own light. I think you already see it. You already see it. I think you don't want to see it. You're not allowing the change to happen. You're getting stuck in the past person, a situation, because it feels familiar. Telling yourself, I can't move on, or I don't want to, or I don't know how. I'm lost at sea. Repeating, okay? Let's get one more. One more card here. No, these ones. One more. Future self for pile number 3. Does pile number 3 need to hear that's going to guide them in the right direction here? What do they need to hear? Wow, you guys got 3. We have Cernenos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So you could be in a practical situation trying to make a balance here, and it's imbalanced because no matter how much you invest here in a practical way and it looks good on the outside, your sensuality, your sexuality, your heart, your creative juices, your desire to be loved, give love passionately, not pursuing it, wearing the mask, it's okay. It's okay in this energy. It's okay because it's working out in a practical way. But these energies are being increased, okay? These doors are getting wider and there's no getting around it. You're going to have to see something here that I think you're not wanting to walk through. Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So this was kind of needing to really get focused. And in order to get focused, we have to find out what this truth is. Okay? Magic manifesting. I think you manifested whatever is coming into your life here now. And the doors opened to this manifestation. But, I mean, the universe can't make us do anything. So we kind of have to go towards our goals, go towards our vision here. And trust in ourselves. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So if you're lost, if you're stuck, if you're not knowing how, because I feel you've been in this state for some time, surrender to source, surrender to spirit, surrender to God, surrender to your angels. Give your hands up here, connect with heaven, okay? And it says here, ask and you shall receive. So if there's an answer here you're needing, and because this is, again, general, the answer is going to be different for who you are here, but I think it's going to come to you specific for your situation. You know, how do I walk through this door? How do I not keep navigating in a way that I don't want to? How do I drop this mask? What do I need to see that I'm not seeing right here about something in my practical world that might appear to be working? What is it that I need to see? What is it that I need to understand about letting go, or this situation that has me held back in fear or an illusion? Or what do I want to see versus what the truth is? Because I think once you see the truth, you're able to make this decision. Okay, both of these is making a decision. Okay, both of these is making a decision, and you're going to want to make a decision based on truth. Okay, based on a loving truth here, an honest, clear, direct truth. So pile number 3, I I hope this resonated for you and gave you some guidance here from your future self, your higher self. If it resonated, leave a like, leave a comment, and I do love you guys very, very much. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, commenting, sharing. It's all welcome here. You are always welcome here. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.